Hello friends, welcome to the Angular 10 tutorial series. In this tutorial, we will see like what are all are the new features included in Angular 10 and what new things came in the Angular 10. So in this tutorial series, like we will see what all are the updation and the new features included in Angular 10 from the Angular 8 and 9. In like we already have created Angular 8 tutorial series, so most of the major things we already have covered in Angular 8 tutorial series. So I recommend you please go to the Angular 8 tutorial series and see like how Angular 8 works. So in this new tutorial series, that is Angular 10, here we will see basically we will more focus on the topics which is newly came in Angular 10 and what all are the updation in Angular 10. So we are going to cover all those these things in Angular 10 tutorial series. So basically this Angular 10 is released recently in 25th June 2020, and it's only been 4 months since Angular 9 was released. So like recently only they have released this Angular 10, and the gap between the Angular 9 and Angular 10 is only the 4 months. So Angular 10 released with some nice features with respect to the TypeScript library and the Angular material. So basically the TypeScript library is recently changed again and again in this year only. So that's the reason Angular 10 came within a 4 month of the Angular 9, and this is the basically a major release. However, this latest Angular version will majorly focus on the ecosystem and quality tools rather than introducing the new features. And Angular 9 was released basically in Feb 2020 with TypeScript 3.7 support, but as soon TypeScript 3.8 was released, so with respect to that and supporting the TypeScript 3.8, Angular 9.1 version came in April of 2020, and it supported the TypeScript 3.8. So that's the reason like within 2 or 3 months 9.1 version came of the Angular. And after like not longer after, another TypeScript version of 3.9 came. So that the reason this Angular 10 came into the market. And not only the basically with this version 10, not only with the TypeScript but also with TS library and the TS lint is supported by the TypeScript. And basically these things is used for the TypeScripting to handle the error at the compilation time. So these are the library of the TypeScripting. So that is more about the Angular 10. Let's see like what new features and like how we can update our existing Angular 8 or previous versions of Angular, how we can update all those project into the Angular 10. So basically like for updating any existing Angular project, we have to run the following commands, and that is like first of all we have to update our CLI, and in the Node.js command prompt we can just type like ng update Angular CLI. So it will take the latest version and it will install or update in our system, and then we have to run this following command, that is ng update @Angular core library. So these two commands will update our existing project to the Angular 10. So that is the with respect to the updation into the Angular 10. And with respect to the Angular 10 features and update, like so first majorly like that is the TypeScript updation was going on again and again. So that's the major reason that Angular 10 came as after the 4 month of the Angular 9. So Angular 10 upgrade TypeScript to latest version of 3.9.5, and basically this what this TypeScript contain, like what new feature it contain TypeScript. So it is supporting to the Angular 10 as well. Like in TypeScript, curly braces and this greater than are now considered invalid text character as per the TypeScript new version, and this strict mode in TypeScript is added. And basically if we want to enable this strict mode in our Angular project, then we can use this command called ng new strict. So that is the command to enable strict mode in our TypeScript. And so the next question comes like what is the use of this strict mode in our Angular? So the strict mode help out in couple of ways, like it catches some common coding bloopers, throwing exception, and it prevent or throw error when relatively unsafe action are taken. So basically like if we are going to make any mistake in our project with respect to this TypeScript, and so it tell us at the compilation time only. So this is the use of this strict mode in our Angular. So that is the first major feature came in the Angular 10. And the next is the like with respect to the date range picker. So this is the major again the enhancement done with respect to the date range picker. So previously like what was happening, if we needed like end time and sorry start time and the end time, then what we have to do, we have to use to take two material Angular material date range pickers. So like in Angular 10 we can use only one, that is met that range input, and there only we can define our start date and end date. So that is the big enhancement done with respect to the Angular 10. And the next is the depreciation and removals, like support for i9 and i10 and iMobile has been deprecated and will be dropped later. The increased bundle size and complexity was the main reason. So that's why this is also deprecation and remove from the Angular. And the next is the like default browser configuration. So now in Angular 10 exclude older used browser. By default the latest version of the Chrome and Firefox are supported. So that is also enhanced in the Angular 10. And next is the common JS library warning. So like Angular will warn us if we are going to use any library related to the common JS. So these are the basically some features and enhancement done in the Angular 10. And apart from this, like some bug fixes was existing in our Angular from the previous version, those also has been taken care as per to this Angular 10. So these are the things. And apart from this, the some performance also has done over this Angular 10, like now the compilation and the loading the component is become very easier with respect to this Angular 10, because now the TypeScript is also updated to the latest version. So these are the basically about the Angular 10 features and update in Angular 10. So in the coming videos we will see like what all are the new features included with the respect to the Angular 10, and we will see many things, and we will create a project with the Angular 10. So with respect to this, like if you have any question and doubt, please comment. Thank you.